Um, I mean, they just made plays, and it just looked like that quarterback. There's nothing he did that he made no mistakes. I mean, can you talk a little about going up against a kid like that who had a night like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. We knew that coming in, and he made some perfect throws in some situations, and we struggled to get off the field a little bit defensively against him, and then we didn't capitalize on all of our offensive opportunities. So they're a good football team. They did a great job of rushing our passer and stopping the run on defense. They're not big, but they fly around, and I'm proud of our kids. Our kids battled, they fought, and we lost to a better football team tonight.
Mike, they drove the ball over 80 yards like 5 different times. I mean, that's something that I'm sure that is not Avon football.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line is both teams practice, both teams play. Again, I don't know that I wouldn't say it's Avon football. I had a bunch of kids went out there and they dumped their hearts and soul into this game, and they came up on the short end. And it hurts because they poured so much into the season. We've been at this thing since June. But I'm proud of all of them. And without question, this senior class has left a legacy and a mark that I'm going to be really proud of and talk about for a while to come.
Expand on that senior class, seen so many wins, so many big wins. Obviously, a rough tonight, but a senior class that, like you said, can lead as an example for future classes.
Yeah, it's hard to be an Avon football player. Let's be honest. I mean, our expectations are pretty darn high. Everyone circles us on the calendar, and everybody wants to beat us. And those kids never back down from having a target on them. They never back down when they faced adversity after losing a tough one in week 4. And they battled tonight, and tonight wasn't our night. It was Perrysburg night. I wish them the best of luck. They got a good football team, and again, I'm proud of our kids.
I mean, there were a lot of momentum swings. Can you talk about the momentum swing when you guys get down there, the fourth and 7, couldn't get it in the end zone, and then they hit the big play?
Well, in a game like tonight, you kind of got a sense, right? I mean, that you needed to score with them the way it was going, and doggone it, we had our chances, and we came up short a couple times. And so, Perrysburg played a flawless game with regards to losing a turnover, and in the game before, I watched them put it on the ground 4 or 5 times. We had an interception bounce off our chest down here. We had a fumble that bounced around twice that we didn't jump on. So I always say you got to be lucky and good, and we're good. We just weren't very lucky tonight, and they got the win, and they played hard and they were better than us tonight.
Can you talk about the breakdowns on the big pass plays?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the film. I'm not exactly sure what happened. You have to mix up coverages when you go against a kid like him, and we did that, and I'm sure a few of those times, I know for one for sure, we just had a blown coverage where our kids weren't on the same page. It happens on Sundays and happens on Fridays.
So you kind of get the feel that those 3 turnovers that didn't quite happen, could those have really just kind of changed the momentum of the game for you guys?
No question. When I say they got to be lucky and good, trust me, we've been in the playoffs a lot of times in a row. I think this is our 7th year, and to win in the playoffs is really hard. You can never take it for granted because everybody's good. And tonight we needed a few bounces against a good football team like them. We needed a few bounces to go our way, and we didn't get them.
My last go to the 2 personal fouls that kept the drive alive on the same drive that led to a touchdown. I mean, the first one I could see. The second one I didn't understand. What did they say to you? Did they explain it?
Well, you guys don't.
I know you're not going to.
Don't line me up to bash officiating.
Right.
But the second one was not a good call. Their kid took a flop. They did that on film, and they did it there, and they got away with it. And I think that's kind of a. I wouldn't teach that. I wouldn't have our kids do that. They'll see it on film. The officials know they missed that one. Kid got up, and our kid just touched him, and he flew backwards. It happens. And unfortunately, a guy didn't see the whole play. That was a big play at that moment of the game, but certainly wasn't deciding of the outcome.
Well, third down stop that kind of.
Yeah, it was a big play. The other one was, I thought, a tip ball. We had a tip ball where they didn't call pass interference, but on ours, he said it was too late. I'm not sure. I'll have to see the film.
Did they do anything special to slow down Choate tonight? Or?
Yeah, they're small up front and they're quick, and they did a lot of cutting with their defensive linemen, and they did some things to movement and created some confusion, and they were giving us pull reads, and I thought we made a good adjustment in the second half to run the ball better, and we actually did come out and run it better. But credit to them, they had a good defensive game plan.